Okay, just from looking at this, you're gonna notice right now that I just recently got a Pokemon trading card game thing. And you're probably wondering, it's open. Well, of course it's open. I was impatient. I wanted to open it right away. Sorry. Look, it had Ho-Oh on it, and since I know I have like 2 Ho-Oh cards, I got it because it's a bird, and you know how much I like birds. But Menchie, why do you like birds so much? Well, you know why I like birds. Flying types in Pokemon are one of my favorite types alongside with the electric types. The birds play a major role as every trainer normally gets a flying type to go join them on their journeys. The flying types especially are what I like to collect in Soul Silver and Pokemon Go. I don't know why, but I caught more normal types than flying types. I only have about up to 800 flying types and like 1,000 normal types. The electric types don't even matter anymore because most of the Pikachus run away from me and I barely get a chance to even catch them. He keeps jumping out of the freaking ball and running away before I can even do anything to catch him. Yes, and I have 2 Zapdoses. Yeah, 2. Was it 2 or? No, I have 3 Zapdos. 2 Zapdoses and 1 nicknamed Jeremy. Okay, I'm gonna stop stalling. So, when I opened it, I was a little surprised because Marshadow was actually the wrapper. I was expecting Ho-Oh or whatever that thing is, but I get a Marshadow. That's really odd. And when I opened it up, I was a little surprised with what I got. So, here's a Seviper, a Noibat, basically Mordecai's wife in Pokemon form. Oddish, I already got that from one of the Pokemon cards I've opened for my birthday. Lana, Super Scoop Up. Behold! The most oddest trainer card ever in Pokemon. A literal vacuum. Okay. Darkness, Energy, Gloom. I already have a Gloom. Mudbray, or Mudbray, or however you pronounce it. Sun and Moon Pokemon. Dynamo is Unova. And, also, this card was kind of odd. Polysand? I think that's how you pronounce it, Polysand. Now, Polysand, I don't know if it's a ghost or a evolves from Sandygast. So, is it a ghost type? Possessed people controlled by this Pokemon transformed its sand mound into a castle. As it evolved, its power to curse grew even stronger. Yeah, there's a promotional one where that thing was like suffocating Pikachu, and it is actually one of the scariest Pokédex entries ever. Aside of Mimikyu, of course. I think that Pokédex entry is very disturbing. You know what's surprising? That even though there's a trainer card, Lana, there are no water types. And what's the deal with that? See? Heal 50 damage from each of your Pokemon that has any energy attached to it. Water types. There are no water types in the deck or whatever. Now, I don't know if I want to say this, but I haven't watched Pokemon in a while. I mean, I do watch Sun and Moon, but I keep forgetting. Is Noibat a flying type? Or is it like a dragon type? Because its weakness is flying. And normal flying types have a weakness to electric. Also, rock and ice. They're also weak to to those attacks. I think maybe Noibat is a flying type. Yeah, I think it's a flying type. But, to be honest, whenever I open up Pokemon card cases like this, I would expect to have a bird. A bird of all things. Because every time I open them, there's flying types. Count Ho-Oh, even though he's a legendary, he is a flying type, he still counts. But whatever booster packs I open, sometimes they have flying types and sometimes they don't. And this is another occurrence where I don't get a flying type. I know Noibat is a flying type, but is Noibat a bird? Is she? I said she because I'm referring to Steph from the regular show finale, Mordecai's wife, that had those bad bird kids. I'm still gonna say bad bird kids, okay? It's better than calling them freaking Furbies or something. They're not owls! They're blue jay mixed bats! Bad bird kids! Anyway, back to what I was saying. I would probably consider Noibat as a bird because it does have wings and bats are related to birds. So, fine. I will call Noibat a freaking bird, okay? So, Noibat is a bird, and I'm gonna have to accept this as a bird for the pack. I need to be honest with you people. I was very gullible getting this. My friend Nolan says I'm very gullible, and I'm pretty sure that's probably one of the sheer signs of my childlike innocence that I take things too seriously as well. But why did I have to... the dark energy. Okay, back to what I was saying. I got this because there's a bird in the front. And since I was so gullible, I wanted to get it because there's a bird in the front, but I didn't get any birds, unless I include Noibat, as a bird in any way. So I didn't get any back. Birds! Ah! I keep thinking of Noibat. I made Noibat out of clay, so 4 of these Pokemon I'm going to make out of clay. Not the ones I've already did. Because if I do other ones of them, I mean, I'm sure I did. I think the only time I only do duplicates and copies of others are just, well, Chad and Jeremy, of course, and Zapdos. I don't do duplicates of other Pokemon ones that I've done. But if I did, I'm going to have to modify it to look more like its actual form. Like the Nidorans, Nidorina, Nidoking, and Nidoqueen. Ones I've done before, but I've done again previously. And Jeremy as well, and Miltank. But, if I want to be honest, Mudbray, Tynamo, and I think the giant sandcastle thing and the Stuffle are going to be the ones I'm going to make out of clay. But which ones to make first? I mean, looking at that, like, these are basically one of the only Sun and Moon cards that I have. Aside from the Pikachu, of course. That Pikachu was from Sun and Moon. So, you might want to post in the comments below on which Pokemon I'm going to make out of clay. This will be absolute proof showing because I'm going to need to get some white. White is a very important factor to have when working with clay. Because clay is hard to use, okay? I mean, come on. You have to get certain colors of the clay and, like, mash it and circle it and stuff like that. And that hurts your hands. Clay is sometimes hard or soft, considering which brand you get. I myself got kind of a hard one, because whenever I roll the clay, it kind of hurts my hand, but it's all part of the work process. You need to get it hurt while doing some creative process. That's the same thing with typing. I'm even working on episode 8 of Regular Life already. This is going to be a Chad-based episode. But it's up to you guys. Post in the comments down below on which Pokemon I should make out of clay first. Stuffle, Palossand, Tynamo, or Mudbray. I don't know which ones. Those other Pokemon, I already made out of clay. Because if I do duplicates again, I'm going to need to get even more clay, even though I do have some of the same color, but I need to get it because of, well, white, of course. As I said before, white is an important detail that you need to make these creatures with. Some details include white, like Tynamo, for example, is already white on its own. You're probably wondering, did you waste the white on Jeremy? No, come on, guys, no. Why would I waste white on freaking Jeremy? You think just because he's white doesn't mean I use white all the time on him. All that matters is I make Ione, she's white as well. I just did Elijah, a recurring character in regular life, Arctic Fox with a summer coat, and he's white also. And I also had white 2 Pokemon that I've made, like Poochyena and etc. I will show and Claude from Legend of the Guardians. I kind of made him in my style, but I don't know if you could really tell if it's actually Claude from Guardians of Gahul. I say Claude because he's my favorite character in the Guardians movie. Not in the books, the movie. So, going back to this, I think from looking at this, I think I'm gonna have to, maybe I can make, this is hard. I'm gonna need to double the white if I make all 4 of them, because Stuffle has some white in there. I only have 1 stock of white clay left, and I'm gonna need to either go to the store and get some, or find something that does not require so much white. Like the sandcastle, for example, which I think is really shiny. Is this a holofoil, or is this a steel? What is this exactly? Is this a reverse break? Someone post in the comments down below, because I don't know what this thing is. I mean, I know the Pokemon's name, but I can't tell if it's a shiny or a reverse break or whatever. It's shiny, but I can't tell which one it is. My knowledge of Pokemon has lessened. I can't believe I just said that. It has lessened because, well, I'm trying to get back to regular show. I'm cutting down on buying minion stuff. You don't see me buying minions anymore. Mainly because they don't really have it in stores. The minions don't even count anymore because most of them are for Despicable Me 3 and I don't want to get it because of freaking Mel. And I already have enough minion stuff as it is. If I keep buying more minion stuff, I'm going to run out of room for the upcoming regular show comics I ordered off of Badass Collectibles. That's the name of the site. That's literally called that. 4 comics of regular show 25 years later. And if I keep buying more minion stuff, there's not going to be any room for those comics coming. So, I think I'm just going to make the sandcastle and call it a day. But I need to get more clay first. What do you think?